And we're live! What is today? Oh yeah, it's still Thirsty Thursday, full of fucking expansion and growth and love and all kinds of goodness. Dude, it is a good day. Today is a good day. Are you having a good day? I hope you are. Good. Who am I? The High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer. My house is a wreck right now. Or it's not. It's just there's too many things out of place, so I feel like everything's out of place. I am your seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I'm gonna go with you. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you wanted to catch what I posted on my community page and anything in my shorts. Plus my latest live video. Oh no. Found it. What happened? I dropped the little lid. It's very little. And it was in the dark. What are we going to talk about? Empress mode. I said Queen of Cups, but it's Empress mode. Same thing. Really, they're equally as powerful. I don't think one is more powerful than the other. No? And they're just as equally as powerful as the freaking High Priestess. Just different types of power. All the queens have different types of power. Really? Same with the kings, but they're just... whatever. I'm not picking sides. Empress mode. What does that mean? Being receptive. They said birthing something new, giving life, being full of love and giving love. That's Empress mode, right? So I had made some videos and I talked about it in the last... my shadow was talking about, you know, my giving ways and my what perceives men to be over masculine and shit. And I realized that this is a super shadow for most. I could bring out some cards if you want a fucking picture. Picture me rolling. Fucking fuck. Hold on a second. Let me give you a picture too. There's the Lord. Oh Lord. You need to see the picture. I mean, the Empress is the Empress in anyone, but I grabbed the closest thing to me. And of course, she's going to be like totally at the bottom, so I have to go through all the energies. There we go. She's in the middle. Empress mode. It's like the highest level, dude. It's like the fullest, it's like the receiving the full abundance. It says that she's full. I'm always full. Full of shit, usually. So I had posted today how I've just been overly blessed. I don't know if you're paying attention, but this has been like Hanukkah, like every day. There's new blessings coming in every day for me. They've just been coming in and coming in and coming in. Now, how is that? Because I'm in a receiving mode, right? What does that mean? You have to be open to receive, and I wasn't in the beginning. I was very prideful. I was very cut off. I was very independent. I didn't believe in such things. I can do it by myself and go fuck yourself. And then I became humbled like a motherfucker. So terribly what God did to me. And he made me learn to ask for help and be open to receiving help. To where now I just receive it. This is what happened. Really? I told you. The kids were like, you know, sign me up for, or the school therapist had sent me an email and says to fill this out for the kids for Christmas. Okay.
I didn't get much.
Anyways, whatever. So I signed them up, right? Because of where we lived, the kids got signed up for something here, right? So that's how that worked. So it's like, are you open to receive, right? They're going to give you an opportunity. Hey, and that could be something as simple as somebody inviting you out to eat or drink. You know what I mean? Unless they have this dependency where they believe that it's your job to pay for it. And that's kind of weird about your friends, but whatever that means. That's something else to be said. Usually that's, are you open to receiving? I was real funny. How funny? Shady funny. Like in the sense of a dude would ask to buy me a drink and then I would turn around and pay for the drinks myself and walk away. Why? Because... and that's because of all kinds of financial control that was put over me over relationships and shit like that. So I believe that everything came with strings attached. And I didn't want to be part of it. And I could work hard and I could have all the things I needed and I didn't need you. And you can hear that in all my fucking videos. I don't fucking need you. It's a little worse now because it's God that's providing for me. But in the beautifulness of that, he's no longer just providing for me. He's providing for us. And that's how I see it. What he gives to me is given to us, right? Who's us? Well, of course, me and my family. But we're an extension of what God is and what God can do. Really? Yeah. So that's where the receptiveness comes, and that's the Queen of Cups as well. Receiving and also giving. Having a giving or receiving mentality and a giving is keeping the flow flowing. And that's where it is like some people might be offended if you want to, you know what I mean, buy them a drink, fill up their gas tank, offer to buy their kids something for Christmas, something like that. All of that could be very offensive if you don't have the right mindset about receiving help, receiving love. Those are forms of love from people and from the universe. Now, as Russ said, that is his love language. He doesn't know how to love you without buying you something. He thinks that if he buys you something, you're going to know how much he loves you. Some people, it's sex. Some people, it's touch and feelings. Someone like me, my love language is time and energy. But all of these things are an expression of love. When someone gives you their time and energy, they're showing you their love. When someone, you know what I mean, touches you, gives you hugs and kisses or romantic, they're showing you love. When someone extends money or gifts to you and is, you know what I mean, you know, trying to be generous with you, they're showing you love. There's lots of different love languages, and that's where it is you understanding people's love languages, but also being open to other people's love and understanding how they receive love. Like, so it's kind of funny. As you rehabilitate, it becomes a new interest. But mine is like, I'm like the opposite about touch. Don't touch me. Why? Because I associate touch as something bad from all of my trauma. But as you heal that, you get interested in the idea of, I want to hold someone's hand. I want to feel like what it feels like to hug and cuddle. Why? It's a depravity. It's something that you deprived yourself on based on trauma. These are good feelings. It would feel good to have someone give me a gift. And that's where you become, you know, a lot of these tarot readers will always, especially Wolfman, I can see him on the top of my head. Why? Because you're just part of the fucking circle. Get out of the way. Maybe I can see someone else. Just kidding. You ain't going nowhere. Fuck me. Not you, but in general, just the situation. They'll tell you that you need to become the type of partner that you want to be. And that's really it is like, I see this, it's like, if I can't be open to giving you love in the form of finances, then that probably means I'm not going to be open to receiving love in the form of finances. If I'm not touchy-feely, then, you know what I mean? If I'm not going to let, you know, I don't be touchy-feely with you, then that probably means I'm not going to let you be touchy-feely with me. If I don't spend time and energy with you, then that probably means I don't want you in my face all the fucking time. Realistically, yeah, and all of these are, you want all of this to have a real nice, fun relationship, right? All of these different aspects, but there's certain parts of it that we reject. And that's what it means about being receptive. So today and yesterday we pulled the cards. First one we pulled was the Eight of Cups. Pull out, pull out. We keep talking about your broken heart, but today's was pretty good. Pull out and face what's, you know, what's harming you, what's holding you back, and then open yourself up to some new love. And then you're going to get a wish fulfillment, is what our cards said earlier. Why? Because they were amazing. And that's really it, is like, be open to the experience. Don't be so prideful. Like, I don't need your shit. So then, here's what's really funny. Oh, my daughter. Gosh. So she's like, she sends me a message at fucking 11:18. How do I know?
I got off at 11:25.
I know, but I just remember this because I was sitting here and I had literally just did half of my fucking facial care. And she's like, are you going to pick me up? Because I get off at 11:25. I'm like, oh, shit. And the dog's looking at me like, bitch, you're supposed to be walking me. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm on my way. But then I'm like, damn, I got to turn around and bring her back at 11. I still haven't got dressed. I wanted to get dressed for this party or something. I'm trying to do all this. And then I pick her up and I'm like, damn, I didn't go shopping yet. I guess we're going to have to stop and get some food. You're going to have just enough time to eat. So we go cruising through fucking King Supers like a fucking maniacs. And we come out of there and I get a call and it's B. And she's like, hey, bro, you're home from work, right? And I was like, yeah. She's like, they're having a fucking class, and if you attend the class, they're giving all the attendees $50 fucking gift cards. She's like, I had to think of you after what happened last time. Why? Because we caught some gift cards like 2 weeks ago on some weird shit. So she thought of me and she reached out to me, and I was like, for sure. And so there was another thing. It's like, if you're not too proud to sit down for a minute, we can bless you. I was like, bro, for real? For real. So anyways, she tells me that, and Amelia's supposed to be back by 11, or by 1, and she gets an email that the lady has rescheduled and she'll see her after break. I was like, oh, fuck. There went our letter. I was like, damn, I needed that letter, but oh well, okay, we'll deal with that. That's what I was thinking in my head. And then I was like, okay, cool, I don't have to take her back to the school. Then I get an email from the school saying, hey, I was going to give all of this stuff to Amelia. I know she had plans, but I have a meeting at 1, so if not, you'll have to come pick it up tomorrow like we previously arranged. And I look at Amelia and I was like, fuck. So I race back to the school to go get the shit, and then I come back for the class, and I get blessed. And then I come out of the class, and now they're having this big-ass meal, which I haven't even touched. I got plates and plates of fucking food. It's like we went to somebody's Christmas meal. I'm serious. I got plates of fucking food. All kinds of shit. I came back with a big-ass fucking, all kinds of fucking shit. I have just been receiving shit all fucking day. Really? Yes. Why? It's not about begging. It's that I was open to receiving. I didn't go chasing. I really didn't. And it was just cool like that. And then so I open up the stuff from the kids' stuff, and there's a fucking $50 gift card to fucking King Supers in there. Really? Yeah, I got over $100 in bullshit today, and the kids got fucking all kinds of fucking gifts and services, and it was a great fucking day in the neighborhood. Really? Yeah, I asked my son how his thing went. He said, I ordered a big pizza and all of us ate it, so it was cool. I was like, no, I asked him, I was like, did you use the money? He's like, yeah. And I started laughing. I was like, what? I sent him with money because he was going to Skate City. He's like, I'm not going to use it. I was like, bro, there's nothing else to do there but eat and play video games unless you're going to roller skate. And so I asked him, I was like, did you spend the money? He's like, yeah, I bought a big pizza and fed all my friends. I was like, that's cool. And that's what it's about, is giving and receiving. You got to be open to that. Amelia got a fucking gift card for fucking Roblox, a $25 gift card, and she gave it to her boyfriend. And I was like, why'd you do that? And she's like, Mom, he buys me Roblox all the time. I was like, that's very nice. It is the giving season, and I'll get you more. And that's how we live, is we live by the laws of the universe that, you know, I mean, there's a little bit of, you know, I want more, or I wish I could have that in everybody. But realistically, not us over here, me and my 3, we don't believe in that bullshit. And that's why we're able to receive such great things, is because we're content with not chasing, but we're open to receiving. Now, let me talk about the tower that hit today. In the middle of this, it's not a tower. It's not a tower. It was just a dangerous fucking thought that could have had a long-term effect on my life. I'm a master manifester, and my thoughts come to life, and that's what it is. During this time, you can manifest just about anything. We've been talking about that in the last couple days, too. And that's because of it. It's a receptivity thing. Are you open to receive all kinds of messages and love and, you know, information from the universe, right? So that's what I am. I'm receiving and I'm applying. And when you're really, there's no blockage, you're just, you know, information goes in, information comes out, then you're flowing perfectly, and you can keep flowing, and lots is coming out. So I said this morning, my stomach drops again. How's your chakras? They're still flaming in the fucking same place, dude. Right in between my heart and fucking, I don't know, where is that right there? The heart and solar plexus, I guess, is where it's going off. I said that the Holy Spirit told me that I should consider asking for a 4-bedroom apartment. It sounds weird, but it's not. If I look these people in the face and say, I have intentions of expanding my family, what does that look like? It could look a lot of things, but a pregnancy, more children, realistically, yeah, it's like I plan to stay here and I plan to expand my family. Not immediately, but I need to, you know, address this and plan accordingly. It's not a difficult conversation to be had. What's the worst they're going to say? No, you only qualify for a 3-bedroom? Fine. It does change everything. Because tomorrow I had it certified that as long as everything went well and I felt well about the place.
Wait, you're going to postpone it?
No! Shut up! I don't want to talk about all that. Don't put your energy in my manifestations. Don't put your fears in my manifestations. Jeez, everybody in their fears. That's why I can't share stuff. Because you put your thoughts into it and you pollute it. And I have to sit there and sift all these dirty, salty thoughts out of my perfect stew. Really? Yeah, don't be salty. Anyway, I had every intention. We still have an appointment first thing in the morning. I have to fucking print that paper. Fuck. I have all night. I'll bug somebody to print that paper. To go and apply and sign a lease, right? Really? Yes. So I had every intention, but then this thought came in. And I didn't let it dwell on me, but then my navigator came back at me with a glitch in the matrix. And what did the glitch do? It was just a glitch. It doesn't stop anything. But it was enough time, just enough time, for me to think further than tomorrow and this thought that was given to me earlier. And I'm afraid of what that time of thinking might have done. What happened? Well, she's an idiot, like they all are. I'm such a rude person, aren't I? I mean, she's been full of mistakes since I've met this woman, but in essence, I was excited to meet her. And I always have this sense of professionality that she just doesn't meet. So she was late to my appointment, she missed one of them, and then there's always some miscommunications and shit like that. Why am I so anal? Because it's a managerial thing. Anyways, going back to it, you get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Well, I didn't throw a fit. I was just grateful. So going through it all, she sends me a message today. And she fucked this all up when she talked to the person, right? She told the person that I had temporary income, which was going to cease to exist in January. So in essence, she told them I didn't have income. I didn't have steady income, which screwed this all up. Now, ultimately, she should have known that I was, you know what I mean, that I have a welfare income that's coming in, that's part of this. And she was misinformed, so she misinformed the other gentleman. But in the doing of it, she was like, you know, she told me I wouldn't be able to. But she also dropped this extra little fucking nugget of bullshit that she left out prior to today. She said, well, you know, I was part of the pilot program, and the pilot program was going to run until the end of the month, but it looks like they're going to cut me short, so tomorrow will be my last day. We can go ahead and, you know what I mean, do what we can, but otherwise we're going to have to pass you back on to Ella. And I'm like, what just happened? And I sat there in it for a minute. Because first off, she was uninformed. She thought that I didn't have the right income to get into the apartments. And she told them I didn't have income. So I had to go and do all my own extra research. And I find out that this fucking apartments is a sister complex of the fucking apartment that Morgan lives in. Are you serious? Yes, bitch. I found that out. So they definitely have the same situation. Now it goes back to, and that's where I looked at it. I was like, hold on. So they have the same qualification, and I'm already on the fucking waiting list for the other one. So when I thought this was going to fall through, I told Ella about all of it, and Ella's like, well, I'll reach out to them and see where you are when I get back, because she's on holiday leave. She leaves tomorrow. Well, today's her last day. She's like, I can reach out to them and all that. And I was like, holy hell. It was totally a glitch, meaning Risha just doesn't know that this one is, and I had to do all this extra research to figure it out. And I was like, look, we're still going to go and do the application. She's like, yeah, okay. But she had put a glitch in me to where I thought differently. It's like, okay, what if this doesn't work? What would I do? That's all that happens is if you let in other thoughts. It's like, okay, what would I do then? Immediately it reminds me, remember, you already planted a seed. And that's what I said. I love those apartments, and they were over there in the Lowry neighborhood, and it was really cool, and they were super set up, and then plus Morgan being there was a plus, and I had seen it. When I stepped into Morgan's fucking apartments, I had seen this whole vision, I had seen this whole vision of Christmas. I really did. I saw a Christmas tree, and I saw this vision, and I was a little afraid of it, but I went ahead, and I put in the application. Well, come to find out, this is a sister location of that one, right? Which means it has the same rental fucking capabilities or restrictions and all of that same shit that I was going to apply for here. But when all of this happened, I realized, I was like, maybe God's trying to hold me up. Maybe he really wants me to look harder, because I haven't, this just came to me. It just came to me today, and there's nothing saying that I can't go to Ella, give this the weekend, and I can't go to Ella and get a fucking 4-bedroom. Where's that? Who knows? But they're out there. It might take a little bit more time. And so I seen that happen, right? So then I would sit outside, and I'm in line to get the fucking gifts, and I've been standing there forever. And I tell my daughter to stand in line for me so I can go have a cigarette. While I'm having a cigarette, I see the woman. I don't know her name, but I've been drawn to her since she got here. I call her 11-7. Why? Because that's when her baby was born, right? She's my age, and she had a new baby, and she has this little boy that I love to death, and everybody does. So I saw her out there, and she's like, I'm moving. I was like, really? And she's like, yeah, I'm moving up in the Lowry area. I was like, seriously, everybody's moving up in that area. And there is a lot of openings up in that area. They did a lot of developments and buildings up there. You would not expect that they put in a bunch of low income in there. But all those fancy fucking shit, all those fancy properties, they really did. What? Swear. Same thing that they did down in all that they're doing. I told you. So whatever the case may be, she's not moving to the same ones, but she said that she's like, she told me that she was working with Risha, and it happened. She was the one that came in a week before me and was moving out that fucking fast. I was like, damn. She's like, yeah, but it's going to be 1,500. I was like, what? She's like, yeah. And because I'm moving in before January, they count this as one of the 3 months. I was like, what? And she's like, yeah, because Risha said she was leaving, so I kind of felt like I had to do it. And that's what I felt, too. I felt pressured because she said she was leaving, that if she left, I wouldn't have this navigator. And Ella told me, no, this is just something new they're trying. Before it's going to be Ella's job to find me a house and me to work on that and shit like that. And Ella's hella cool. She just gave me a computer. She's fucking got my back. And then when I called her about Risha, she's the one that, you know what I mean? When Risha didn't show up to my appointment the other day, she found out. Today she was all over it. She's like, okay, well, I can find out from the actual property. She's like, I'm going to send an email to my supervisor, find out about the property that you did apply for and where you are on the wait list. And we can start organizing that right away and see where that is. And then find out, you know, if she's asked if I was going to do the tour. But it just shifted. Everything shifted from one solid fucking possibility back to the original seed, back to a brand new seed. Really? Tomorrow's going to be a tower. Tomorrow's going to be a tower. I have my reserves about not wanting to go into Denver just because of fear. There's nothing wrong with that. Right? I have no reason not to go to those buildings that what's her name is in, just because of the high school. But there's nothing that I did research. There's nothing wrong with that high school. Really? No. They even got great sports teams. I was just being a fanatic because of what I know the neighborhood to be. You know what I mean? It's like you judge the book by its cover. And then all of a sudden they were like, but what about the reality? If I plan to expand my future, expand my family, if I plan to open up my house to more family, then so shall it be. You call that a tower, don't you think? It's just opportunities. And you don't know what's the right opportunity, what's the right decision. Do I make, and that's what it said. Be careful with the 8 of Swords, or the 8 of Wands. This is about planned action. I may have said that I was going to move out by the 1st, and I may say that I was going to have a fucking, you know, a housewarming party by the 11th, and all of this stuff, but that was before, and that's what people don't like about me. They don't like that I'm shifty. It's not that. It's that I see bigger possibilities than the road that I'm going on. I can see the road I'm going on, and all of a sudden, it's call it the fucking, you know what I mean? The 8 of Wands is the fucking Sagittarius card. Another one of, you know, taking shots and shit. It's like, call it that. Distractions or whatever you want to call it. But these are real. As I sit here with you in these thoughts, what would you do? Would you go for it just because it's here and it's time and it's now? Or would you sit back and remember the seed that you planted that you felt good about? Or would you try something completely bigger and different? I don't know. It all comes down to tomorrow, how we feel about this. How do we feel about being that close to fucking Colfax and fucking Sheridan? How do we feel about this? How does this building make us feel? First off, there ain't no garages and shit like that. You know what I mean? In Lowry, it's all tucked in. You know what I mean? It's all fucking. You don't feel all of that. The intensity of the city breathing on you. That's straight city. Really, It's like, yeah. You haven't been there. If you haven't been down West Colfax in a long time, bro, you need to go. Everything on the side of Colfax. I mean, why do you think they made that big deal about fucking Casa Bonita and all that shit? Just go two blocks north on Colfax and you'll see, dude. They fucking bought out all kinds of stuff. They'll buy a random little fucking cookie cutter house from Seers and they'll build a big ass duplex, bro. Really? Yeah, fucking 1.5 million, bitch. It comes with a view of a lake and the fucking mountains, bitch. Don't mind the crackheads. Just don't cross the fucking bridge. Realistically, it's not bad because you can get the best food and the best fucking culture if you just go on the other side of Colfax 2 fucking blocks. It's crazy. Really? Yeah, it's like viva la fucking border, dude. Why is it like that? I don't know. America's like that. We call it the checkerboard fucking situation. It's not necessarily about color, but you could make it that way. It's like white, black, white, black, white, black. Or you could say upper class, lower class, upper class, lower class, upper class, lower class. Nice neighborhood, shitty neighborhood. Nice neighborhood, shitty neighborhood. Oh, dude, the Bay Area is so weird about that. For real? Oh, it's so weird. You got San Francisco meets West Oakland, bro. Oh my God, Becky. It's like, are you trendy or you're gonna die? I don't know. Let's just walk in the middle of this fucking street because I don't know what side of the street we're supposed to walk on right now. Really? Yeah. Walk on. So, yeah. At 2711. Hut. And my $1 billion status, my lottery keeps building up. I'm not a billionaire yet, so there's always that could still just bounce back and just blow me away because I'm open to receiving anything. It's not about being desperate. It's about being open, bro. It's not about this. It's like all you have to do is let yourself actually think about it. Think about it. Let the thought marinate. It really comes if you believe it, so shall it be. If you build it, they will come. There's so many of these things. It's like you're building from your imagination, bro. It's so funny. You know where this all came from? Big Sean. I blame Big Sean for this entire fucking teaching for the last 2 months about manifestation. He came out and he probably wrote a book about being a manifester, and he goes on interviews, and then he gets linked up with Russ, and he has to go through the dark night of the soul, and now he's going through a divorce and all this shit. And I gotta tell him, hey bitch, you're not a manifester. You worked hard for your money. Let me show you what manifestation is. It wasn't just him. There was a build-up. These bitches built me up. They built me up to be the baddest bitch ever by challenging my authority. I had to fucking step into it. It's happened since the beginning. When people started sending fucking magical attacks, oh, we got real magical up in this bitch. I'm in this bitch. Realistically, yeah. So what the fuck am I gonna do? I don't know. That's where it's like, you don't know. But when it comes down to it, it'll be my choice. Unless something happens in the next 24 hours, or, you know, again, we get that feel. It's like, do we continue on the path, or do we stand still, or do we, you know what I mean? And that's what I said. God will have me all the time like this, bro. Oh, he does this all the time. I have my golden ticket. And then he's all, please stand by. And the standby ticket could be to a whole fucking different direction, or it could just be an upgrade to the same direction I'm going. I have shown people this at least 4 times a year, that how I stand on this point. I am like sitting at the dock of the bay, watching the clouds. Oh, wait, that's not really what it says. It says different words. But that's really where it is. It's like, oh, do I push forward just because forward was where I was going? I don't know. I might get in there and be like, oh my God, I love it. This is it. It could happen. My daughter's excited. But at the same time, it's like she's already seen Morgan's house. She's already sat there and she already knows the building and she got the vibe of the neighborhood, and I showed her the high school. But that's all residential, bitch. There ain't shit around there but some walking parks. Really? Yeah, you gotta like walk through some neighborhoods and get to, I don't know. I don't know what's over there. Probably, what the fuck is that? Fucking Monaco? Maybe? Or Quebec? I can't see. One of those goofy ass streets. Really? Yeah, that's Lowry, bitch. Lowry. Mike Lowry is what my spirit's yelling. Alright, Mike Lowry. The fuck is that from? I don't even know. I have no idea. Who's Mike Lowry? Is he a comedian or something? Anyways, so that's what I'm teaching you is like, are you open to receiving the gifts that God and the visions and that God has on you? Really? Yeah. That's all that means. Are you open to receive? We're not open to shit because we don't trust it. We're not sure. We want to do it our way. We're not sure. And so that's where it is. It's like, fuck. What am I going to do? I mean, I'm just going to pray harder and harder and just hope that I make the right decision. I know my kids want to move now. We're ready. We're always ready. But at the same time, it's like, be still, but be ready. And that's really what it is this is not bad. We're not in a bad place. Nothing bad is happening other than the bullshit that they caused, you know, that bullshit that went down a couple weeks ago. But it was just bullshit. It had nothing to do with real shit. We're not in a bad place where we couldn't stall this out a little bit longer and find what we're really looking for. We could take what's given to us and be pleased with it. And that's it. It'll bring a new adventure no matter what. It comes with a new adventure, a new experience, everything, a new life. It's there. If we're not ready for it and we're willing to stick it out a little bit longer, there's other possibilities. It's not like now or never. And again, that came to me after I dropped my daughter off, and I'm still really, she said all she wants is the fucking Polaroid, and of course, today they took a picture with one, and I really, you know, after, you know, dude, when it comes to sales, all you have to do is put it in their hand, and they want it even more. If you want to sell somebody some shit, you have to, it's 90% of sales. It's ownership. Once they have it, they want it. And so she had it, and I was like, damn. She said, that's all I want is a Polaroid. But I was really thinking about that fucking violin today, dude. I was like, yeah.
That violin was $2,000 based on how old it is and what the brand was.
Exactly, dude. And she can make beautiful music with that forever. She could learn. It would never, unless she stopped doing it, there's no end to what she could do with that. And that's so different from what everyone else is. As far as her camera, oh, she'll take pictures, and then we'll run out of film, and then she'll need more film, and then she'll need more film, and where is she going to collect all this? And as she says, as I see all these Polaroids, I see every crime scene there ever was. Really? Yeah, I think they're adorable, though. I get where she's coming from, but I'm in a hard place as far as her Christmas. My son will not budge on a fucking iPhone. He wants an iPhone or a PC. I'm talking to fucking Benjamin Franklin and Albert Einstein. I can't deny him technology, even though every bit of it he fucks up. Are you serious? Yes. My dude, if you could quit breaking the shit, I wouldn't feel so bad about buying the shit. Are you serious? That's pretty much all you buy, boys, don't you? Every year I'm buying him some kind of new fucking game system, some phone, some fucking something. There was iPads, there was tablets when they were young, there was game systems, then new games, then there was headphones, controllers. He needs a new controller. You already told me that shit. I'm like, for which system? And then what about TVs? Like, God. Realistically, yeah. Anyways, going back to it. Where'd that come from? Oh, yeah, he's not budging on that. So I have to figure that out. And otherwise, it's like, well, if you're buying high-priced items, like how much other shit are we going with on this? And I was just thinking about that. That came today. I was totally set on getting her exactly what she fucking wanted. Not him, not his fucking... I swear to God, bro, I'd rather buy him a computer than an iPhone. What is your thing against him? I'm just against it. You can have your iPhone, that's fine. You were raised on an iPhone, that's fine. And that's what I told him. When you get a job and you buy your own phone, you are welcome to do this. But I'm not going down that. If I've never bought one for myself, I'm never going to buy you one. That's like me buying you a fucking Charger or a Challenger, bro. A Dodge Charger or Challenger when I never bought it for myself. Who the fuck are you? I want this car for myself. Really? I'm just saying, whatever. Get your kids the dream car that you never had, and you know, and watch them crash that bitch. Realistically, I mean, seriously though, if they don't, somebody will crash into them. Don't you know how this works? Teen insurance, expensive. So, anyways, that's where I am with Christmas and stuff, and so I don't know. I mean, that's all they wanted, and so shall it be. I just had to make those decisions. They're difficult decisions. What's best for your child? You know what I mean? Which one is it? I don't know. It's like you wish you could just give them everything. Oh, I'll get you an iPhone and a fucking PC, and let's throw in this, that, and the other, and then just go into fucking debt like some of these fucking parents. Really? Oh man, video games, bro. I be fucking scanning them motherfuckers, dude. They're expensive as fuck. You have a game system, but now the video game that goes with it is hella expensive. Really? Yeah. That's what I asked him. I was like, do you want a video game? I feel like that could go longer and piss you off for longer. You want a video game to go with your game systems? He wasn't going for it. I can't let him have my fucking computer because he'll fuck it up. Really? I just kind of think he will. He tends to fuck up his technology. I don't know. Why else am I buying him all the time? Parenting. It was easier when you just bought them toys that made noise. Every fucking $20, $30 toy. And now we got the Lego situation. Legos are taking over again. Have you been through the Lego situation? I feel like you could win with anyone with Legos. Really, they're just quite expensive. But they're masterful. If you could take the time to build this, dude, if you build it, it'll be beautiful. It wasn't like building stupid shit like before. They're building really cool things. When was the last time you guys seen the Legos, bro? It's crazy. Crazy shit. Alright, so that's where it is. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all that bullshit. No, not really, but I mean, you can't always be the giver. And it's in my nature to be a giver, and that's because I'm full. I don't give from an empty cup. But at the same time, when I don't have anything to give, I still have something to give. I have lots to contribute. I'm a contribution, right? I'm a non-profit contribution to that. Sorry. If you guys sat next to me and watched me do this, dude, I just literally fall over every time. Like, dude, she can never hold in her laugh. No, it kills me in this life. I literally die from laughing. Really? Yeah. I die pretty much every day, dude. It's hilarious. I'm a non-profit fucking contribution to this world. Really? Yeah, I'm just trying to make it better. But in the sense of I have plenty for me and mine. And when you do, you have to, you know what I mean, extend that. Why hold on to it? It's kind of like gasoline or anything else. If you hold on to, 2 gallons of milk and your family only drinks 1 gallon, you know it's going to go bad. You can't force your family to drink more milk just because you have 2. You're like, nah, but milk's expensive. Nah, but exactly. Give to someone else's family. You have more than enough. Yeah, you're going to need milk later, but, you don't need it all now. Hoarding and stashing and trying to prepare for all that shit, I don't think actually works, bro. Because you can look at someone, I remember I had this friend that I stopped being friends with because she was, I don't know, normal. Normal. She said that, she just works and they're waiting, her kids are growing up and, they're waiting till they retire and they'll live off their 401k. And it got me thinking, and I was like, first off, is it a number? Like you're waiting till a certain amount of number? What the fuck number of money makes you feel comfortable to retire? Like, is it like, you know what I mean? When I have $1 million, $1.5 million, $2 million, is it like not even that big? It's like when I have like $800,000, then I can retire. Like, what is the number on retiring? How much do you have to make before you can feel comfortable that you'll never have to work again? Is that even true? That means you wouldn't be able to exert any kind of contribution to the world anymore. You might not want to. Trust me, everybody wants a break. But after too long of a break, you get bored. And you'll want to find other ways to contribute, even if it's not for money. Now, my celebrities are far from that place. They're doing it all for money, and I just don't understand what is that number you're trying to reach before you feel safe with doing something else with your life, a better contribution to life. Because right now you're just working. Guys, they're working. Russ has a job. He made music a job, which is really crazy. It's like work. You know what I mean? Like they have to work hard at making their money because they're independent artists. They're slave ships to a fucking industry, whatever you want to think about it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me. They're trying to push harder. Who can push harder? Who can push louder to get their money? They have to, right? If they're not producing anything, then they're not producing money. So they're obviously like that. And that's where it is. It's like, you know, Kim Kardashian. She's worth billions of dollars, but still can't stop working. That money doesn't make her feel like she can leave her life and go do something better. She has no ambitions to be better. And if you thought that it was going to be a lawyer, a blood-sucking lawyer, lawyers get paid the most. They're blood-sucking bastards with no moral fucking compass. Realistically, yep. They could know damn well that everybody in this room is fucking guilty, but they gotta do their job by the justice system. Seriously? Yep, and the whole judge in front of it can know it too. All it comes down to is, can you convince those motherfuckers over there? Those people right there? Let me at them. I can make them believe some shit. Realistically, no. I'm serious. So, at what point do you feel like you're ready to open up to more possibilities? You'll have to shut down the factory that you have now. You have to close the factory that you have right now in order for you to do a startup business. And it doesn't necessarily have to be business, because if you're just leaving one chase of money for another chase of money, then you're not, why leave? You're just chasing more money because you think this one's going to be easier. They're never easier. The longer I spend at my job, I'm going to be like, yeah, this wasn't as cool as I thought it was. But that also made me think. I was like, damn, bitch, if you were going to stay here, you probably should have kept this job. You could have kept this job if you were going to stay here longer. And that's where all these thoughts started coming in. I was like, oh, my God, Becky. I don't know. But that's the cool thing. Because if it's certain, then I certainly wouldn't be excited about new possibilities. It would just be certain that this is my destiny. It is my destiny to live here. My destiny can take different turns at any time with new possibilities, and that's a good thing. But at the same time, it doesn't follow the norm or protocol of how people live their lives. And so therefore it's frowned upon. But it's just freedom. It's a freedom to live free and possibilities. Any of them I can create and make a future and a home. I can make a home anywhere. I'm trying to make a fucking home in the fucking forest in a little fucking RV, but that's not working out so well. They told me I had to make a real home before I could do that. Said I could do that on the weekends and holidays. Come on, God. I feel like the home should be a weekends and holiday bullshit. You know those people that go to fucking the south during the winter? They're like, you know, they have their winter. That's what I feel like. Realistically, no. Whatever. I just want to show you that. On today, it's an amazing day. And that's what happens is, you know, your heart is pushing you into these forms of expansion. But it doesn't feel like that when it's pushing, telling you to leave some shit alone. It's not telling you the bigger picture of what it has planned for you. It's just telling you that if you don't leave this alone, nothing good is going to come. It doesn't tell you about the good that's coming. That comes later. That comes later when you start to get the idea of it. You can't get the idea because you're so focused on this part of your life. If you're so worried about your job all the time, you can't think about a new job or other possibilities of how to create finances because you're too busy focused at your job. When I'm at work, I'm focusing on the job I'm doing. I mean, as I wander, you know, my mind can wander, but not fully. I have to be focused and present as to what I'm doing. Otherwise, I'm not productive. If I'm just watching the butterflies of my mind all day, I'm like not moving. I'm not doing that. So you can't do that. And that's why it says that that's your action mode. That's your masculine. When you're doing shit, you can't see shit. Know that. When you're doing shit, you're doing shit. Your focus is on what you're doing. Naturally. It should be. You shouldn't be, you know what I mean, half-ass doing shit and then your mind is somewhere else. That could be dangerous to whatever you might be doing. Realistically, yeah, don't drink and drive. Like, that's what that is, of two minds. That's dangerous. Stay focused on where you are and move your focus to where it needs to be. So you do all of this doing, and then you're supposed to take the nighttime bitch, the divine feminine, to reflect on your doings. That's where at night when things get calm and you're not doing stuff, that's that quiet space where your feelings and your emotions about what has been done comes to mind. After you clear all that out, you can actually get into the good stuff of manifestations and imaginations. But right now all you're seeing is you're processing. That's all it is. Your processor's turned on. It's not a bad thing that you're reliving memories or feelings about past hurts or anything. It could be from today, last week, somebody said something, any of that shit. Anything from the past, it just is processing. You haven't thought about it or thought about it enough. So now in your quiet space, it's surface. So that's what we do, is a lot of processing. I need a lot of downtime to reflect on what I didn't see while I was busy doing. And that's where it's like we could look back and get so much wisdom from what we've done. Yeah, we have new experiences to get new wisdom, but we need the wisdom of what we've already done to have it, so we don't have to repeat experiences and have new experiences, right? Because you need the wisdom of those to take you forward. And that's just my understanding of what happened today. Realistically, I could have just gave it to you just like that. God's got me with my golden ticket again, guys. And he wants to fucking, he's put me on standby, and he might upgrade me or send me somewhere else. Can I tell you something that you might not even consider? I don't have to fucking stay anywhere here. I can go to fucking Montrose. I can go to fucking Colorado Springs. I can go to fucking Fort Collins. I can go to the edge of this fucking state with my help. All I have to do is find the fucking housing. And they'll set it all up. I don't have to stay even in Denver. I could find housing in the fucking middle of the fucking mountains right now that they'll pay as long as I follow through with all of this. And there's other fucking properties and shit. I could be in fucking Trinidad with all the fucking Transformers in disguise. That's a good one. Why'd you say that? Trinidad is the home of sexual, what do they call it? When you change, sex changes. That was the home of where they started doing that shit. Really? Yeah, I guess. That's what they said. Me and my friend used to always make jokes. They're like, never use a coupon on a sex change. I don't know. It was just a joke we used to always say all the time to each other. It had nothing to really do with anything. We just made it up when we knew that Trinidad was about that. We went down there selling perfumes and shit. Alamosa was trippy. That's right down there towards Teos. What is it? Teos? Fucking New Mexico or something like that. I could go anywhere. Really? I can go live way up in the fucking middle of the fucking mountains and shit. I don't have to stay in Denver. This all happened way fast. And I said I thought it was happening too fast, and I was afraid that it was going to happen too fast. And so now, just in one day, it just slowed down real quick, just for a minute. It was a glitch. And it happened long enough, just in the text message, that I had other thoughts. Because that's what it is. It's like, it happened so fast. It's like, what if this doesn't work out? What else would you do? And that's where the scope got bigger. It's like, well, don't forget, you're on the waiting list already over there. So that one came back up. But then it was like, but don't forget, today they said, go find a new house, a 4-bedroom one. And I can go anywhere, bro. As long as I stick to this. And realistically, it's still not bad. I originally was going to try to I originally was like, fuck it. Money isn't a price. If it's going to be a $3,000 fucking apartment, we'll do it. What does that mean? 3 months they'll pay fully. After 3 months, from 3 to 7 months, right, the fourth through the 7th month, I'll be paying 30% of that. From the 7th to the 10th month, they'll bump me up to, I think, 50% of my rent. And then the last months, the 10th to the 12th month, I should be able to get to 70% and then up to 100% of my own rent within a year. I should be able to pay all of this, on my own. I was just keeping it safe in case I didn't have income. I was playing safe, was subsidized, because I didn't understand how I was going to come up with that kind of money. God told me I was going to get a work-at-home job, and all I needed was a computer. And then he gave me a computer. Have you turned it on? No, I said I was going to do this on Saturday. Leave me alone. I don't want to stress this. Stressful shit. It's probably not as bad as I think. That's the same reason I don't want to go get a new phone. I have the money and I have the time. I just don't want to fucking start up a new phone. I don't even know if I know my passwords. I don't want to learn a new phone. I don't want to do all that. Fucking stupid shit. I hate all that shit. Really? That's where Benjamin Franklin and, fucking this chick come in. I'm like, here, fix this. Do this for me. I can't stand it. Do you have parents that you have to, set up their accounts and shit? Fuck with their TVs and shit? I'm just not interested in it all. Really? I'm like, ooh and awe when you show me how the computer and all these apps and shit work. And I'm really not. I don't care. I don't want to sit on my phone. I just don't. Alright, did you get enough of that? I think I gave you an hour. What time is it? Yep, I gave you a whole hour of it. What'd I give you? The truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? How do you get to where I am? You have to work through your blockages of why you're afraid to receive different types of love from people, places, and things. Why you've cut yourself off for any help in your life. And I could be projecting on you, but that's what happened to me, and that's what I believe is wrong with other people. You become over-dependent, which becomes icy in your ego, where you just physically can't. It hurts your mentality. It hurts your pride to take anything or ask for anything. That's not godly. Jesus asked for a drink from a Sumerian woman. She was appalled by the idea. Why? Because he was chosen as the Jewish people. Little did she know he was the Messiah that asked her for a drink. He's like, even if I'm the chosen, I still am thirsty. It's like, you're asking me for a drink. It's like, I'm thirsty. And that's where it was. And he's like, I can give you a drink that you'll never thirst again. And I say this because it's Thirsty Thursday.
Whoa, that's actually kind of creepy though.
It is, as he turned water to wine. What was in that cup, Jesus? It was a cup of love. Really? Why would he do that? He did that for love, to show his love to his fellow men on his last night. Really? I'm not against offering, you know what I mean? If you can, I'm not against it. I just don't partake in it. Really? No. I'm still running around with a shot of tequila in my fucking ritual bag down in the car. I'm not against you having a beer or something like that. But I'm against you trying to drown yourself in alcohol regularly. It's a celebratory thing, and that's what Jesus saw it as too. Really? Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be, sorrows. He definitely didn't tell everyone that he was going to die and this is goodbye. I guess he kind of did. But they didn't believe him. And here we are today, getting ready to celebrate the birth of our Savior Christ on Christmas. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. That's what's really funny. Wolfman said in the middle of fucking summer, or maybe it was like spring of this year. He was like, I can teach you how to manifest, how to make money fall from the sky, how to have women feeding you grapes. Really? I want to see how you teach people. I think I'm teaching him something a little bit better than that. Where did you learn how to do these things? I totally shut him up, dude. Really? Well, he tried to argue with me, and they always do. They want to establish that they're more than I am. And that goes back to Russ. He really wanted to establish himself based on his financial standing. But when I stood there with Lewis and his pocket fold, that boy had to fold his cards. Really? I mean, did he not just go buy a Ferrari? Lewis is literally given them. The clothes that you buy at high dollar, he literally is sent to, and he's an ambassador. They send it to him in a package. He can keep it or he can send it back. It doesn't matter. Really? Yeah. So stuff like that, it's like you try to establish yourself. That's not it. That's not it at all. Because all of that can come crashing down. You can fill your house with everything, and then, you know what I mean? God can come and fucking totally just flood it, bro, and take everything away from you. You have to start all over. You might get what it's worth in a fucking insurance check, but you'll still have to start your life over. And you can't make up those memories. If you sit there dwelling on the fact that you lost everything that you had and no possibility of creating new memories, then you're just going to drown just as well as your shit. Drown in the sorrows of the shit that went away, instead of embracing that you're alive and you can start a new story. I see what happened here, you know, our Boulder fires, those things spread so fast, and that's what they were afraid of with all this wind. Those fires, dude, the wind would blow the fires and it could start all kinds of shit on fire. That's what happens in California, right? And that's what the Californians too. Were they going to embrace change? They were all going to get their paychecks, right? They were all going to get their insurance checks saying, okay, your house and all of your belongings were worth, you know what I mean, $150 million. And that's all you got. You put how much into it, and you put all this emotional into it. But here, this is what you get out of it. This is what it was worth. On paper, this is what you're worth. This is what your life was worth. Here's your life's worth, so you can go start a new life. The question is, do they take their life's worth and create the same fucking life in the same fucking neighborhood, spend the rest of their life trying to rebuild the life that they just got cashed out on, like Mike Stud? Or do they take that check and go start a new life? Some of you aren't going to get cashed out on this. You're just going to have to go and start a new life. And that's not a terrible thing. It's a life event. You know what I mean? They can call it a midlife crisis. Steve's Love Tarot, I shared his video the other day, I think. He told his whole story. That he secretly ran to California with no more than $1,000. And he had a return ticket for 2 months later in case it didn't work, and he's been there since. He didn't tell anyone because they were going to doubt him, and he didn't want to hear the shit. He'd never been there. He just was sure that he could fucking figure it out. The motherfucker figured it out. It's a survival technique that kicks in. It's your heart's knowing, and you just kind of... And that's where it is you get to this certainty that everything's going to be all right. We'll figure this out. God is on our side. Life has been good. It's going to be better. That's not the mentality that people have. I've got to hold on because I don't know what's going to happen, and it can only get worse. It's never going to get better, and if we're not careful, it's going to get worse. It's kind of the negative mentality that everyone has. They're so busy trying to chase what they need for security. They're chasing the things that supposedly are supposed to... My heart chakra is hurting real bad. I had to drop. It's the upper heart chakra now. Really? It feels like fucking pneumonia, bro. When it happens, it feels like I can't breathe. Like, oh God, it hurts. My whole chest hurts real bad. That or I'm gonna burp or something. It's so bad. It's painful. Hold on. It's all in your mindset. And yeah, you can't just change your mind. It takes a lot to change your mind. It takes a lot to change your mind. And that's what we do over here. We spend that. So I'm going to, spin the block tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm going to try to change your mind. Tomorrow God is going to show us what we need to change our mind about. Oh, God, it's running through my whole body right now. It went from the front of my heart all the way around. It feels like if there was something invisible, I could say somebody wrapped a fucking rope around my boobs and under my arm, and it's getting tightened from the back. It started in my chest, and they're like tightening it. Oh, it hurts so bad.
Heart attack.
Might need some heart chakra oil. That one's killer. I've been going through this since this morning, dude. I felt it in my back, and they were running through. It was the solar plexus, the heart chakra, the palladium chakra, and the throat chakra. And it started to work its way through as I was busy throughout the day, but now I'm right back in meditation. I'm like, oh my God, Becky. Whoa. Really? Yeah, that hurts. Sorry. Yeah, I'm fine. Physically, I'm fine. That'll be a waste of a trip to a hospital for them to do x-rays and find out that, I'm just spiritually fucked. They'll give me a pain pill, nevertheless, but I don't want that either. No, thank you. On the pain pill. Are you open to receiving? Not that. I'll pass on that. I'll keep the pain. That's a better, it's an easier pill to swallow than what you do. I'm a self-healer on this one. Realistically, I mean, I'm not against medications, but the point is to self-heal yourself. As an evangelist, I believe in such things. I believe we have the ability to heal our body. Not that we'll be able to, the elixir of life and we're going to extend life and live forever. Who the fuck wants to drag around old skin? No, you can tighten it and you can cut it and you can Botox that shit. Or you can just enjoy life. Just enjoy it. Realistically, I mean, unless you want to spend the rest of your life chasing life. Sounds a little painful. Really? Yeah. So I don't know. Again, I was just sharing my experience. What are you going to do? I don't know. It's up to God. It's not what I'm going to do. It's what I'm guided to do. I hope that I'm guided. And I don't have to just sit there and make this decision all by myself tomorrow. I know, I want to believe that God will come in and help me make this decision for what's right. But at the end of the day, that's what it is it goes off of where you are right now. Whatever decision I make tomorrow, if it's not guided by God, if He doesn't come in, and there's times where you're crying, like, tell me what to do, and it's silent. I can't tell you what to do. This is your moment to do what's right to you. Why do they do that? It's like a test. It's, you know what I mean? It doesn't mean we failed. It just tells where we really are. If I go with this because I feel like it's great, then it's going to be great. If I go with this because I feel like this is all I got, then I'm making a move out of desperation and this isn't going to go so well. Okay? If I don't go with it and I still stand on my original seed because that felt good, then that's good too. If I don't do either of these and I start all over and I look for something bigger, then that's great. That I'm willing to embrace change that quick. And it could happen that quick. Over the weekend, they could show me where 4-bedroom fucking housings are. It could happen that quick. I just never considered it. But it is true. And that's what my daughter's like, if you had a baby, it would stay in your room. I was like, yeah, but ideally, no. Right? And that's just it. It's like, do I have intentions to expand my family? Am I prepared to expand my family? Or when that day comes, then I'll have to move to another place so that we can have a bigger place for our family. Or do I get ready for that bigger place now? Do I prepare myself for a future I can't see, but I know what is coming? It's risky business. Or do I stay where I'm at now and realize that I'm not ready for a family yet, but that it will come and I'll make that decision again later? Again, that just decides where I am. It's not bad. It's all good, to be honest. There's no wrong decision here. It's just what feels right. But ultimately, yeah, I hope God shows me what's the right decision. You know what I mean? Even if it is, I want you to stay still and I want you to push harder. Okay. And that's it too. Once I lose this job, that's my only focus. So then I can push harder. I'll have more time to put into that area. Really? It's possible. I just got to realize if that's really what I really want. And it's not on the surface. On the surface, it sounds quite scary to me. Oh, who's living in this room? Why do I need another room? So it could be my For right now, it could be a workstation. It could be my daughter's dance fucking studio. It could be a fucking art studio. It could be my son's fucking, you know what I mean, invention center. It could be my music studio. It could be anything, as well as a fucking guest room for anybody that's coming through. Or it could be for my next husband and his kids. It could be for my next husband and our new child. Do you see this? It could be anything if I want it. I'm quiet because those are the opportunities that have been presented to me. But I promise you, I know how the universe works, and it's always presenting opportunities to you at all times. Choices, very difficult ones, of expansion in all areas of your life. Really? Yeah. Want to hear something funny just to top it off? So I told you this morning that God wanted me to do self-care. It was like, he wants me to do all this stuff. And I really wanted to do I told you I wanted to rip these fucking nails off. And I wanted to do my fucking toes, to be honest. My daughter got a huge nail fucking kit in her birthday shit. Really? Yeah. And I was sitting here, I was like, can I use your nail polish? Because it was part of plan today. This was already planned today that I was going to sit down and do all this stupid shit. So tomorrow is already planned. Whatever decision I'm not sure I'll make has already been made. And it's already in motion. It's just we wait till the time comes when the decision is made. And what does that mean? The door's already open wherever I'm going. I just need to catch on to it. And then, again, it's like maybe I'm going right where I'm supposed to. And these are just things I need to think about in the future. Because realistically, that's what they told me. And I had to remember that. Nothing is forever. So they talked to me during the beginning, they talked to me about all of the different things. And they're like, if for some reason you were to exit that housing, or you got evicted, or for any reason you had to exit, in some cases we could pay for, my heart chakra's hurting so bad, hold on. Please God. I say please God and I looked at Raphael. If for any reason, they could help me, they could replace me. So say for instance, I move into this apartment and it totally fucking blows, right? But the other property calls me and they have an opening. I could potentially, I'm going to double check with her. I could potentially have them move me into the other one. They could move me out. If something was a problem, they could move me out. It just wouldn't start the time limit, the time over or anything like that. Otherwise, people would just be jumping around like that. But there's, nothing is set in stone yet until we carve it. And even then, it can be destroyed. It's like, I see the Croods. We're looking for a new cave. No more caves. No more hiding. Yeah. I don't know. That's my day. It was a great day, but at the same time, there's more. The easiest thing at this point, with all of that being said, it's like just stay where you are. That seems like the easiest idea. You had this all figured out. Just go get into this house and get your furniture and have your party and start your life in this house. That was very easy, but it wasn't easy to get there. And as soon as I got to the completion of this, they expanded it. Look at her little Polaroid. She wants them. She really wants it. Isn't it cute? They didn't used to be so cute. She took a picture with Santa today. You can see why she wants it. You can also see why I want her to have a fucking violin. Oh, decisions. You're always just trying to do the right thing, aren't you, though? You really are. Hey, that's what I wanted to show you. It's like, no, I'm sorry that I can't be predictable, but God isn't predictable. You can't predict him. He's limitless, and he is always pushing you to greatness, and it's always for the best. All of these are great opportunities, or, you know what I mean? Things to think about. Well, realistically, I mean, no. I just gave up on my first seed, which I tend to do. I gave up on that first seed. So what am I going to do? I'm going to put in my application tomorrow, and then I'm going to meditate for a lot longer. We have to plant the second seed because I'm there. And then, you know, they're not going to process it over the fucking holiday. They're not going to process it over this weekend, right? And then you have the holiday next weekend. Are they going to try moving? They're going to do move-ins this next week? I don't really believe so. But at least they'll give me an idea. And by that time, you know, I'll have came up with a better understanding of what I really want to do. And so I can't do anything anyways until Ella gets back. Ella signs all the fucking, sends all the paychecks and all of the paperwork. So it's up until that point anyways. So it's kind of like, well, you hope to keep going forward, but you brace yourself for, and that's what the fucking card said. Uranus is here to shake things up. This is a call from the universe, ready or not. Ready or not, here we go. It's all up to me. Hopefully not. Please, God, don't put this all on my shoulders. I don't know what's the right thing. I do know what's the right thing. What they gave me today is go big. Go bigger. That's what happens. After you make it, you can make it to the end of one, they give you something bigger than that. You have to have more faith. I have to have more faith that I can find something. I have to believe that it's out there. I have to believe that it's out there and that I can qualify and that this will work out. I have to give up this idea for that idea. That's how that works. All of my planning for this neighborhood, all my research, all of my fighting my fears for this relationship, this contract, only to consider giving this whole thing up and going into the unknown. When you say it like that, it's like that could be a house, not even an apartment, bro. A 4-bedroom? Yeah, that's much bigger. I'm stuck, like Chuck. So I'm gonna have a meal. I'm gonna fucking, dude, I'm so excited about not having to wake up and go to work tomorrow. I will still wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning because it's beautiful. But I am so excited about just relaxing and just sitting in this and like really, you know what I mean? Like, wow. And that's it. First thing in the morning, I gotta face fate. Really? Yeah. Yeah. My daughter doesn't have school, but my son does. So I gotta get him off to school and we gotta get ready and then we're gonna go see this apartment. And all this just happened. Really? Yeah. And she wants me to go, she's like, I want to go to the stores and show you what I want so that you don't get me the wrong things. Because she's so fucking picky. And that's where it takes the fun out of it. Look, can I show you something cool I got? Where'd you get that? It was on a gift bag. And I didn't want to throw it away. I wanted to keep it. Why? I don't know. It's my chandelier. It's my crystal. Yeah? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I'm out of here. I hope you guys can make your choices. And all I do is show you that, you know, God exists in the universe and what it's calling from us. Are you open to new possibilities? Are you open to change? Are you open to the calling? Are you open to the visions? Are you open for the challenge? As my heart breaks, it's like I'm ready and I'm open, but it doesn't mean I'm not afraid of failure or, you know what I mean, anything like that. I'm not. We talk about, you know what I mean, the expanding of a family. It just solidifies so much that there's someone coming. It's like, dude, I'm about to plan my future around you. I don't even know who you are. Like, are you really? I'm about to make, do you know what kind of decisions? I like manifested your whole being in my life. Without even knowing you. Or maybe I do. It's really what it is. I can't see it. I just believe in it. And that's how... God, my heart chakra is killing me right now. Really? Oh my God, guys. I gotta go. I wish you a great Friday then. I'll see you after my situation. Yeah? Love yous. Laters. Bye-bye now. Oops, wrong button.